Karina Holmer, a name etched in tragedy, forever linked to a city's darkest fears. Her story is one of dreams and aspirations, of a young woman who sought to carve out a new path for herself in a world full of possibilities. She was 20, vibrant, full of life. Her laughter was infectious, her spirit unbreakable. Karina was the kind of person who could light up a room with her presence, always surrounded by friends and loved ones. Her home? A picturesque town in Sweden. Nestled among rolling hills and serene landscapes, it was a place where dreams were born and nurtured. The town was a tapestry of tradition and modernity, where the old-world charm met the aspirations of the young. Her dream? To experience the world, to embrace new cultures? Karina was always curious, always eager to learn. She wanted to see beyond the horizon, to taste the flavors of distant lands, to hear the stories of people from different walks of life, and then, a stroke of luck. A lottery win promised adventure, a chance to chase her ambitions. It was as if the universe had conspired to give her the wings she needed to fly. The ticket was more than just a piece of paper. It was a passport to her dreams. America beckoned, a land of opportunity, a place to start anew. The vastness of the country, its diversity, and its promise of a better future called out to her. It was a land where dreams could be realized, where every corner held a new adventure. Karina set her sights on Boston, a city steeped in history and brimming with promise. The cobblestone streets, the historic buildings, and the vibrant culture of Boston were a perfect blend of the old and the new, a place where she could find her footing. She yearned to immerse herself in its energy, to learn, to grow. The bustling streets, the diverse communities, and the endless opportunities were all part of the allure. Karina wanted to be a part of this dynamic city, to contribute and to thrive. Her heart was set on improving her English, on experiencing life as an au pair. She believed that mastering the language would open doors for her, allowing her to connect with people on a deeper level and to fully embrace her new life. Little did she know, fate had a cruel twist in store, a darkness that would eclipse her dreams. The city that once promised so much would become the backdrop for a tragedy that no one could have foreseen. Her journey, filled with hope and excitement, would take a turn that would leave an indelible mark on all who knew her story. Boston welcomed Karina with open arms. The city, with its rich history and vibrant culture, was a new world for her to explore. Every corner held a promise of adventure, every street a new story waiting to be discovered. She found a family to care for, children who brought laughter into her days. These moments of joy and innocence were a stark contrast to the bustling city life, offering her a sense of belonging and purpose. She made friends, other young women navigating the excitement and challenges of a new country. Together, they shared their experiences, their fears, and their dreams, creating a support system that made the transition smoother. They explored the city together, sharing stories, hopes, and dreams. Each outing was an adventure, from discovering hidden gems in the city to enjoying the simple pleasure of a walk along the Charles River. Weekends were for exploring, for soaking up the city's vibrant atmosphere. They visited museums, attended local events, and indulged in the diverse culinary delights Boston had to offer. Karina embraced it all, the bustling streets, the cozy cafes, the promise whispered on the wind. She found beauty in the everyday moments, from the morning rush of commuters to the quiet evenings spent in reflection. She wrote letters home, filled with excitement, with stories of new friendships and newfound independence. Each letter was a testament to her growth, her journey from a small town to the heart of a bustling metropolis. Life was good, full of promise and possibility. Karina felt a sense of fulfillment she had never known before, a feeling that she was exactly where she was meant to be. The city had become her new home, a place where dreams were not just imagined, but lived. One warm June evening, Karina joined her friends for a night out. The city was alive with the hum of summer, the air thick with the scent of blooming flowers and the distant sound of laughter echoing through the streets. The air buzzed with anticipation, the promise of music, laughter, and shared moments. People gathered outside the nightclub, their faces lit with excitement, ready to lose themselves in the night. They chose a popular nightclub in Boston's bustling theater district, a place where the energy was infectious, the music intoxicating. Neon lights flickered, casting a vibrant glow on the streets, inviting everyone to join the revelry. Hours melted away as they danced, lost in the rhythm, the cares of the world fading into the background. The dance floor was a sea of moving bodies, each person caught in their own moment of joy and freedom. As the night drew to a close, Karina decided to head home alone. The streets, once bustling with activity, now seemed quieter, the echoes of the night fading into a gentle hum. It was a decision made countless times before, a familiar route through the city streets. She knew every corner, every turn, the path illuminated by the soft glow of streetlights. But this time, something was different. There was an unsettling feeling in the air, a sense of being watched, the shadows seeming to move with a life of their own. This time, she wouldn't make it home. The dawn would break, but Karina would be nowhere to be found, leaving behind only questions and a chilling silence that would haunt the city for days to come. The morning light brought with it a chilling discovery. In a dumpster in the heart of Boston's Back Bay lay the unthinkable. Karina's body discarded, violated. The life drained from her, her dreams extinguished. The city gasped, fear snaking through its streets. Who could commit such a horrific act? The news spread like wildfire, a wave of shock and disbelief washing over Karina's loved ones. Her family, an ocean away, received the devastating news. Their world shattered, their hearts ripped apart. The pain was immeasurable, the loss unbearable. Boston, once a symbol of hope and opportunity, now grappled with a chilling reality. A young woman, full of life, brutally murdered. The city felt vulnerable, the streets no longer safe. Fear wormed its way into everyday life, a constant companion. Parents held their children closer, their eyes scanning the streets with newfound anxiety. Young women, once carefree, now moved with caution, their laughter silenced by fear. The city that had welcomed Karina with open arms now seemed like a stranger, its shadows harboring unseen dangers. The police investigation began immediately, a race against time to find Karina's killer. Detectives scoured the nightclub, interviewed witnesses, and pieced together the events of her last hours. Leads emerged, whispers of a mysterious man seen with Karina that night. But the trail was muddled, the clues fragmented. The investigation hit dead end after dead end. Frustration mounted, the pressure to find the killer intensified. The city watched, waited, and prayed for answers. But justice remained elusive. As weeks turned into months, the initial frenzy surrounding Karina's murder subsided. The headlines faded, the city's attention drawn to other tragedies. But for those who knew and loved Karina, the pain remained, a constant ache in their hearts. The case grew cold. The trail ran dry. The killer still at large, a ghost haunting their memories. But Karina's story refused to be forgotten. Her face, forever young, stared out from missing person posters, a silent plea for justice. The unsolved murder of Karina Holmer left a void, a chasm of unanswered questions. Who was responsible for such a brutal act? What motivated this senseless violence? The lack of answers gnawed at the edges of the investigation, a constant reminder of the killer's freedom. Theories abounded, whispers of a serial predator, of a crime of opportunity. But concrete evidence remained elusive. The mystery deepened, the truth shrouded in a fog of speculation and uncertainty. For Karina's family and friends, the lack of closure was a heavy burden to bear. The inability to bring her killer to justice, to understand the why, left them suspended in a state of perpetual grief and anger. The pain of her loss was compounded by the unanswered questions, the nagging feeling that justice remained out of reach. They were left to grapple with the devastating reality that their beloved Karina's life had been cut short, her future stolen, and her killer remained free. The unsolved murder of Karina Holmer serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of life, the darkness that can lurk in the shadows. It is a story of hope extinguished, of dreams shattered, and the enduring quest for justice. Though the years have passed, the memory of Karina Holmer lives on, a beacon in the darkness, a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable tragedy, the pursuit of truth and justice must never cease.